It's a beautiful morning in the city of Lagos. Of course, it's bystanders at Nistans on Flip TV. Again, you can see the atmosphere is cloudy, and presently at Ogba, it is wet. But we have our reviewers right here with us, getting ready to analyze what we have on the front pages of Nigerian journals. Bystanders at newsstands, once more on Flip TV. Michael Adekunle is here with you to dissect important issues. Quickly to what we have on the front page of the Saturday Sun newspaper. Saturday Sun newspaper. The lead story was saying, yeah, intense lobbying in Kano, Bayelsa, Zamfara, Kogi, others. Intense lobbying in Kano, Bayelsa, Zamfara, Kogi, others. Nominees, a mix of the good, the bad. MBF, Pandev, Yoruba, Elders, Northern Group. This is what they are saying here on the front page of the Saturday Sun newspaper. On to the next one. From prison, Kanu orders Simon Ekpa to end sit at home. Wow, there's a great one. From prison, Nnamdi Kanu orders Simon Ekpa to end sit at home. Says his aim is to liberate people, not to enslave them. Very, very good one. Yeah. Says his aim is to liberate people and not to enslave them. Moving on to other stories on the front page of Saturday Sun. Archbishop Onayekon's verdict was Archbishop Onayekon is saying, yeah, Tinubu not yet Nigeria's president. Tinubu not yet Nigeria's president. On insecurity, corruption, economy, we are still where we have been for 10 years. Wow. Of course, we know the president has a lot to do in the country, especially now that we are passing through so many challenges. Quickly to the Punch newspaper. Very, very crucial one here. A punchy one. Tinubu to split education, works, housing, other ministries. The president, Ashwaju Jagaban, so splits education, works, housing, other ministries. Plans basic tertiary education, human development, railways ministries. Experts divided over new ministries creation. Highlights high governance cost. Experts divided over new ministries creation. Highlights high governance cost. All right, these are the stories on the front pages of these journals, talking about the Saturday Punch and Saturday Sun newspaper. Of course, like I told you, the reviewers are here to deliberate, to dissect important issues at the newsstand. Bystanders at newsstands on Flip TV, anchored by Michael Adekunle. Mr. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael Adekunle.
Good to see you once more.
It's my pleasure featuring in this program.
Wow, that's great. All right, should we call it a new dawn in the country as Nnamdi Kanu now ordered an end to the sit-at-home order embarked on by Simon Ekpa? How do you feel about this? How would you react to this development?
I think the way it is very difficult to convince the people that the directive is for him. Because people feel that the sit-at-home is meant to put pressure on the authorities, particularly the Igbo elites and politicians, to prevail on federal government to obey court order and reason. So to that extent, it's very difficult to convince the people that the directive is for him. Though I've seen the trending video where residents in Enugu State troop out in their numbers on the streets, chanting no more sit-at-home. But I think whether the reason we are seeing sit-at-home is not purely because of everybody wants to sit at home. There are some people who actually will sit at home in solidarity. But there are some people who will want to come out and do their business. But the reason you see almost 100% compliance is because of the capacity of the unknown government to enforce the sit at home. And that is where the government comes in. You as a government that sworn to oath to protect life and property, you as the governor that goes by the name of governor and the chief security officer of the state, you as the president that goes by the name of the president and the commander of the armed forces, should be able to possess monopoly of coercive power. Because to do that, it is unlikely that you are going to achieve the aim of that letter. As long as the unknown government still have the potency to enforce it at home, the letter will not make any impact. Because the reason you are seeing people complying with the order is because of the enforcement. And like I said, there are some people who will naturally comply with it in solidarity with the man who is in detention against court order. There are some people who are observing it based on fear of your known, the fear of your known. Because you cannot take it away that we are still trending videos where enforcers were shooting sporadically and even shot at some persons. I think one is alleged to have happened in Ebonyi State, and we saw another one that was alleged to have happened in Enugu State, where they subjected school students or pupils and their teacher to dehumanizing condition, and their teacher was even maltreated in the presence of the students. So it is the ability of the proponents or the unknown government to enforce sit at home. That's the reason you see people sitting at home. Now, so the government should deal with it from that angle.
Now, talking about the level of compliance by the Easterners, do you think the citizens there will comply to this? Because it's been carried out through his counsel, Aloy Ejimako. Do you see that level of compliance from these people?
If you sample the opinion of their friends, the people from the southeast, even in Lagos, they will tell you that they do not believe the letter. So you should give you a sense of what you experience in the southeast. I'm telling you here in Lagos, even in Oba here.
They don't believe in the letter.
They don't believe that the letter is from Nnamdi Kanu. So,
but Aloy is
and even if Nnamdi Kanu is to come out to speak on a video clip, they will tell you that he's not mentally stable. He's how do I put it now? I don't want to. It's not as if I'm trying to disparage him. They'll tell you that he's troubled. Have a troubled mind. That
or maybe he did it under duress or something like that.
They could say under duress. They would tell you that his mind is not balanced because of the traumatizing situation he is. That he's not in a position to ask people not to draw support for his release. So it is extremely difficult. But for me, if you ask me, I will tell you there's nothing wrong in releasing him based on court order. It's not whether because you like his face or hate his face. That is what the beauty of democracy. And that's the beauty of rule of law. There's nothing wrong in releasing him. And there's nothing wrong in prosecuting him if the court have said so. But I heard there's a standing court judgment that says release him. For me, I think the government should obey that court judgment.
Now, who should declare an end to the sit-at-home order? Is it Simon Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu? Currently, people are listening to what Simon Ekpa is saying, and they are not seeing Nnamdi Kanu physically. Of course, he has done this through his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako. Don't you think Ekpa coming out in the opening to speak on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu will be better?
The issue is there are a good number of people from the Southeast who do not believe in Ekpa's approach. Like I told you, the major reason you see almost 100 level compliance with the sit-at-home order is the ability of the enforcers to enforce it. We have seen high-ranking political figures in the Southeast come out openly in recent time to speak against what is happening. I don't know whether you have seen a video that trended online recently where the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, was lamenting that Simon Ekpa is the governor of the whole southeastern states that he ruled from Finland. If you can give an order and it will comply to against the order of the respective state governors. So the reason you see the level of compliance we are seeing is because of the ability of the unknown government to enforce it. It doesn't matter how you look at it. But for me, I think it is of paramount importance, pertinent and germane, that the man should be released based on court order, not because one like it face on not. I will tell you that even as Trump as the president of the United States of America, as with the nature of his person, he have cause to expel a correspondent of CNN from government house, White House. But they went to court. The court asked that the man should be reinstated. He didn't waste time. He reinstated him because that is the rule of law. That is the order of a court of competent jurisdiction. I think we should be seeing the same thing in our country.
Now let's quickly move to the messages. Seeing here, sit at home is rubbish. Sit at home from the east or from anywhere is rubbish. That's what this person is saying here. Uh, of course,
he's entitled to his opinion.
You know.
I will not engage him on that. I will not engage the person on that. The person is absolutely entitled to his opinion. You know, just as I'm entitled to my opinion. As long as what he's saying does not infringe on people's rights, he's entitled to his opinion.
Of course, that's caused a whole lot of damages in this eastern region. Now, let's move to another story here. Intense lobbying in Kano, Bayelsa, Zamfara, Kogi, others. Nominees a mix of the good, the bad. Of course, we should expect this in any political appointment being made by a president, a sitting president. Some supported him during the election, some opposed him. So you should expect him to compensate some of these persons with political offices. Now, on what ground do you think this story here is pointing at? What do you think it's pointing at? The intense lobbying in Kano, Bayelsa, Zamfara, Kogi, others. Of course, Lagos State has no minister for now.
The reason is not far-fetched. Just as you mentioned that Lagos State have no ministerial nominee for now. And in those places where you see the lobbying, nobody have been nominated. So you go to show you that there's politics at play because you all know the definition of politics is the madness of many for the benefit of few. So it has come to the time of who should benefit. And that's why I see the intense lobbying. Because everybody wants to be part of the government as long as you are in the ruling party. So it's not unexpected. But one thing is clear, that the constitution tied the hand of the president to give at least one ministerial position to each state. Though hitherto before now, we used to have more than 36 ministries, I think 42. But having given one to each state, he can now decide on how to use his discretion to apportion the revenue. But the lobby you are seeing is not unexpected.
It's bound to happen.
It's a normal thing with Nigerian, not just Nigerian politics anyway. Lobbying is part of politics.
Wow.
As long as you do it within the ambits of the law. We are not inducing people with money, but in Nigeria, I don't know whether that is happening behind the scene. We may not know because in Nigerian scenario, abnormality is almost a norm. But I can categorically tell you that lobbying is part of politics.
Now, quickly to what Bishop Onayekon has said this morning. Tinubu not yet Nigeria's president. He talked about the state of insecurity, corruption, economy. He said we are still where we have been. We have been for 10 years. Looking at the statement and looking at when Tinubu got into the aims of affairs, I don't think it is easy for any president to just come and perform the magic we Nigerians are expecting. What can you say about the statement? How would you react to the statement of Onayekon?
I think he's saying it based on the fact that the man have not been able to take total control of the affairs of Nigeria to the extent of changing the ties against bandits.
Don't forget he
to
just
the
appointed.
Extent of,
sorry. Don't forget he just appointed, chief of staffs and chief of army staffs and all of that. So, designing an approach to tackling insecurity wouldn't be that easy. Matthew.
If I may ask a rhetorical question that may not demand an answer from you, the question is: those 120 Nigerians that have died, according to Amnesty International, under this administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do they deserve to die? I'm not saying you should answer anyway. Because the constitution is very clear about the very primary purpose of governance. That security of Nigerians and their welfare shall be the primary purpose of governance. And if Mr. President is not able to protect Nigerians, it is irrespective of when he assumes office. What is paramount is this man have assumed office, and I think you should know the enormous challenges that come with the office. Before he declared intention to contest, you would have known that there is insecurity in Nigeria. You would have known that Nigerian economy is in bad shape. So, and as a man who has said that this is my life ambition, one would have expected that his team, whether economic team, whether legal team, whether all the team he needed to put together, one would have expected that at his beck and call, he already have them at his disposal. So even see him starting all this while, finding it difficult to get nomination from some states, show that he was not as prepared as he tried to make Nigerians to believe. So that's it.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you for coming on board. Mr. Michael, good morning to you. Good morning to you. All right. You're welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, we got the news today concerning Nnamdi Kanu declaring an end to a sit-at-home order in the Eastern region. How do you feel about it?
For me, I think it's good news, if I may say that. It is long overdue. The sit-at-home is not, for me, it's not
the solution to the problem.
It's not yielding the result that I think the entire Southeast wanted, in my view. And most of the economic challenges that has come with the sit-at-home order is having a negative impact on the entire Southeast region. And I think there should be a review of that order, which I think is a welcome development. If what we are hearing is true, that Mazi himself has given an order to Simon Ekpa that should be discontinued. It's a welcome development.
But do you know some Easterners will not agree on that directive until Nnamdi Kanu is released?
If that is happening, then they are not true follower of Nnamdi Kanu. If you are following someone and he is giving an order, he's giving an instruction, and you disobey that instruction, I don't know where your loyalty lies then. He is the man at the center of all this sit-at-home order that we are having. People want him released and all of that. That is why the Monday's sit-at-home has commenced, for a very long time. And if the same man that is at the center of that order is saying, you guys should stand down, I think the most reasonable thing for them to give it a thought and stand down, just as he has said.
Now, how can the people believe more that Kanu has said this? Because this is coming from Aloy Ejimako, his counsel.
The person that is relating that message is not new to them. He has always been speaking for him. He's a legal practitioner, as we know. Such a person will not be playing to the gallery. He wouldn't want to say what Nnamdi has not said. And so I think they shouldn't have problem believing in what he has said.
Now, looking at Samuel Ekpa, do you think he will concur to what Kanu has declared?
Well, if he's not concurring, as you have said, then maybe he has another motive. If the organization he speaks for has a leader in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he has said certain things should be done, then the second in command, who has always been issuing that order, should respect that.
Now, on to the next one. Another story here: intensive lobbying in Kano, Bayelsa, Zamfara, Kogi, and other states. This is concerning the ministerial list of positions. Like Matthew said, politics, lobbying is part of politics. Do you subscribe to that?
Sure, lobbying is not a Nigerian thing. It's it's global.
It's
Even in,
global.
it's global. Even
Wow.
in developed countries, there's lobbying. I mean, for things to happen, for you to have your way, you need to speak to people. You need to talk to even people in opposition, and all of that. You need to go through people that can make things happen. It's not a Nigerian thing. Where I may have problem is when people are doing it, going uh, out of the law, going out of when it becomes detrimental, when it becomes injurious to the nation, then it's no longer healthy. But lobbying is normal.
It's normal. It's
It's
part of
normal. It
politics. And
is.
the president needs to compensate those who supported him during the presidential election
Definitely, how you now
at
do
the
that,
expense of so many Nigerians.
not at the expense of Nigerians. What I believe is people have worked for you. I mean, you didn't just come out and you just and on your own.
On your own.
You
You didn't do it alone.
just became the president. So everyone that has worked for you have interests.
So you must settle then.
There are interests. There are interests. Where you draw the line is never to put uh, right people or wrong people in right places. There are places you don't joke around. There are appointments you should be based on merit. For the part that you are playing politics doesn't mean you are a non-entity. These are people that have had private businesses and all of that. They have always been doing things. They have always been managing businesses. So they are in politics doesn't mean that they don't know anything. So for people that have shown competence, that have shown character, that have shown capacity, such people can be looked at. I mean, uh,
Compensated or given
that,
portfolios.
that direction can be looked at, and appointment can be given to them. Sure.
All right. Quickly to Archbishop Onayekon. Tinubu is not yet Nigeria's president. I believe this man had expected certain things, to be in place, as Tinubu, stated before he got into the power. But right now, he's talking about insecurity that is not settled, corruption is still on, economy and every other thing. We know the economy is bad right now. The service chiefs, to me, were just appointed a few weeks ago. Don't you think, just like the president said yesterday, that Nigerians should should give him more time? I don't think we should just try to uh, give the president time for him to do the needful.
Much as I agree that he's just coming on board, but because of what is already on ground, because of the fact that, as I said a few days ago, that the nation is on an emergency, you don't ask for time during an emergency.
Emergency. Wow.
You don't ask for time. It is just as logical as that. You don't ask for more time in an emergency. You respond. And when I say respond, your response must be seen. It
But,
mustn't just be heard.
but didn't he respond by bringing up, setting up another security architecture?
What you are setting up is not the issue. The impact, the implication of what you are setting up is what determines whether you are there or not. That you are setting up committees, putting up the service chiefs in place is not, fantastic. But if that doesn't translate into security of lives and property that people can see, then you are wasting time. Nobody will know that you are doing anything.
Then he has failed.
You can put it that way. We can simply put it that way. So far, and we must be conscious of that.
Under 2 months.
So far, nothing has happened. So far,
So,
in terms of security.
so the president should know he has so much to do.
So much
at
so,
hand.
I mean, so much in his hands.
Wow,
So much.
wow.
So much.
All right, thank you so much, Michael. Good to
So
have
it's
you.
cool.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Charles. Good morning to you. Lucky. Good morning to you.
Good.
Hello. Can you come? Can you come? All
Yes,
right.
yes, my brother. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good Saturday, happy Saturday. Today will be a great day for
Amen.
everybody.
All right.
Yes.
Now, the sit-at-home order declared an end to sit-at-home order declared by Nnamdi Kanu is what we are talking about right now. Of course, we all know that it has crippled business activities in the eastern region. People can no longer go about their businesses in peace. Transportations on Mondays restricted. Many things people could use to make ends meet difficult. Now, an end to sit-at-home order. Is it a welcome development?
Yes, thank you very much. Before I go, that I would like to remind culture. Anyway, my name is Lucky Ayaguna. I do not be Lagos. And I will stop. I can't stop using that. This is a part of my state. I'm an Edo man, Ishama. And I want to thank my brothers who are watching over the world. Some of them are happy. Mike is back. I thank God. We pray for that. I pray for that. That Village TV will go up again with people like Michael. You can see the kind of question he's throwing out. God bless you.
Thank you so
Now,
much. Thank you.
I don't know Lagos. Yes, really, I want to tell you our brothers are really suffering in the southeast. And I listened to your for yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu lawyer, that Nnamdi Kanu have directed him to speak to Nigeria, that he doesn't represent that area of killing, uniform, no government,
Yeah.
and
The same is to liberate,
Yes, disciples should relate like him, but they should come down, sit at home. He doesn't welcome it. Please stop it. But let me tell you, he has gone beyond that. He has gone beyond that. Now, what I'm seeing is the people versus the federal government now. Because people doesn't trust the federal government. Just like Labour doesn't trust federal government. We the people doesn't trust federal government. That is why. If the government want to do the needful, the simple thing, releasing Nnamdi Kanu to the let's see for 6 months whether that will continue. There's nothing Nnamdi can do. And again, writing a letter to Jeffo to go and do that. They might say maybe it's conspiracy or maybe it's something, no.
But
Or Nnamdi Kanu come out national.
in the open,
Yes, I do that. He can't stop it. Go and write it down. This is what I said. That's my opium. He can never not lie. I want to ask you a question now. I don't know why we like making things difficult for ourselves. I get it. Is there anything wrong? Buhari spent 8 years. Lock the man there. Did he stop the killing in the southeast? But the business, they are feeling it. If they are really feeling it, they know what to do. Like here, I'm feeling hardship and so many things here. Even about our brother who are helping us in abroad, now we be finding people. You don't learn that people died, family, father, son, daughter, all of them died in a house, a new house they went to. They rented. Something like that. Why did they die? Because maybe hunger, so many thinking. I don't understand me. As friend, everything has gone up. So I don't think the South is going to listen what that written note by Ejiofor or Nnamdi Kanu. He has gone beyond that. Let me tell you the truth, he has gone beyond that. It's these people, the Southeast ambassadors, president, that is the federal government now. The only thing now what they want to hear is federal government. Not even some Ekpa now, who is somewhere that place.
it has
Somebody
even
been people have been teaching at this people
Others.
will pay. He has gone beyond that. If that cannot even control them now.
I think the most important thing now is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That's what they want to hear.
That
It is not all about
that is
extraditing.
That is not only Nnamdi Kanu, Mepele. Okay, look, listen to me. God give order now. The same agency give order that Kanu or Mepele or the EFCC man should be released on pay. And federal government say no. And you want the people to obey you. The people that put you there, Think now, think now. No, it's wrong. That's the best thing. Let federal government just hand over Nnamdi Kanu to the governors there, and let the people, governors there who are there, do something. Some of them have double mouth. They will say, release Nnamdi Kanu. They will say, don't release. Are they afraid of the man? Let them leave the man so that just 6 months, Tinubu should do that. So that if there's no peace in the southeast, even Lagos, there's not going to be peace. In everywhere, because most of the people do business everywhere. They, at least they do business.
Now,
So you should release them.
Lucky, let me quickly read to read this to the viewers. Olatunji Awofeso is saying something here. Please continue your seat at home. Please wreck the southeast economy. We beg you.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You know, in that situation, people there in Southeast have good people who are trying to.
I think what this man is simply trying to say is that they should obey the directives, of Nnamdi Kanu and end the sit-at-home order.
Let my brothers.
That's what he's saying.
Let my brothers too.
But if
who advise the Southeast, should advise the government to what to do.
To release Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, now you know why? The court said, arm of government said, release this man on bail. Yes. Collect the passport, collect everything.
Yes.
Release it to the elders in the southeast.
And
do
from
that.
there, we'll
Yes,
continue.
do that. Let's see whether for 6 months, whether this tension will come down. You said no. And you're not telling the people there. Igbo people, do I understand them? When they say yes, it's yes. No, it's no. Just like Edo people. When we say yes, yes. No, no. You don't take class. They say, I don't know they take class. So what I'm telling you, you cannot tell them, okay, stay. Don't eat. Okay, I want to give a question now. Do you remember the Enugu governor make a move, start locking people's shop? What happened at the end? Enugu governor is just one person. You have millions of people there who doesn't want that. They said no. They started fighting the government. How many are you going to kill? So the simple thing, my brother, advise the government to release the leader. That's the question they're asking. They're not asking, say, they should divide the country. They say, court, your judge have delivered that. This man should be released. Let him go, freedom. Yes. Now, why don't you comply that? Okay, Emefiele should be released. You can be in the prison tomorrow. If not that data or data is making trouble, you not say no. See, government is not sincere. So the people too, we capitalize on that area. Look at labor. Did you watch labor yesterday? Walk out. Because government don't have plan. Tomorrow, government came out and said, labor walk out of in meeting. Then the man came to explain to Nigeria, don't mind Nigerians are wiser now, not like before you fool them. They are wise. I'm telling you the truth. That's the truth. Release the man for 6 months to the governors, let them sign, and let's see whether he will run again or not. They will hold the governor responsible. That if this man run, like those of them or Enugu or any one of the Apia, hold it. I'm giving this man. If this man gone, I will make sure I move as a governor. You see, let's watch what happens after this. But it's between the people and the federal government, not the people and the Nnamdi Kanu. They don't listen to Nnamdi Kanu again and again. And you say he wrote a letter. I gave it to the lawyer. Lawyer should come and tell the whole world.
Why not come out in the open to
why
say it?
Why don't you carry a mic, carry everything, give to Nnamdi Kanu, let the people feel? You will see the reply now. You see, what? Did you know who's killing? No. Did you know who's killing others? Samegba is giving up. The people don't longer listen to Samegba. Go and write it down. Lucky, I don't know, Lagos said, between the Southeast people and the federal government are the one having the problem now. They should settle themselves. Not Nnamdi Kanu, not this. I'm telling the truth.
All right. Thank you so much, Lucky.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's about to rain, but we still need to continue the program. David, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Mr. Michael.
Welcome once again.
Very wonderful morning to you and to the viewers at large. First and foremost, I want to say this, that you saw what happened in the jail. The coup. Yes, same thing might even happen in Nigeria very soon. Yesterday, military arrested the Minister of Finance of Nigeria to come and tell the people. He should come and tell the people how the money he has disbursed so far, and what have the money been used for. When he came on here, he was shedding tears. He was crying. He cried not because they've done the needful. He cried because because he knows that they failed the people. Yesterday, I most times I condemn the coup in Niger Republic. But yesterday I actually read through, I was going through something, and then I stumbled on an article. Do you know that Niger is a poor country? That government has not even could not deliver any dividends of democracy to them. People are suffering in that state. There is unemployment, there is poverty, and now for 2 years, military in Niger have never been paid. So what is the difference between Nigeria and Niger? In Niger, inflation rate is on a very high side. Yes, as at yesterday, the masses actually stormed the secretariat of the ruling party in Niger and then burn it down. The president of Niger is now running outer scatter, begging Buhari to come and save him, begging Tinubu to come and save him, not knowing that even Tinubu himself too, sooner or later there might be a coup too in Nigeria because of this suffering. Yes,
Can that happen in Nigeria?
it can happen.
Something that didn't happen during Buhari's regime.
My brother,
That's,
my brother.
you are saying it will happen in this
My brother,
administration.
don't be surprised.
Don't forget what you passed through during Buhari's regime.
My brother, who see, if someone have told you that there will be a coup in Niger some years back, you will say no.
But this is Nigeria.
Which is Nigeria? I will not suffer.
Why didn't it take place during Buhari's time? That's what I'm asking you now.
Why
You know what Nigerians passed through.
why did it take place now?
Yeah.
Compared to Buhari time now, Nigeria have moved past Buhari time. This is a new era and this is a new administration. Now you can never project into the future.
Sure, I can't
Nobody can see the future. Nobody knows the arts of every Nigerian. Now, do you think people that are suffering now, people at first I thought people were not happy when the coup take place. But now resident Niger indigenes, they were very much happy. See them, they were happy because of the reckless government we have. And now Tinubu is now giving the military 7 days ultimatum. Where was ECOWAS? Where was Tinubu? Where was ECOWAS? When people of Niger could not feed. Where was ECOWAS? When there was no road, when there was no power, when there was inflation in their country. Eh? So ECOWAS should just go and sit down one place. Because very soon now, I think last 2 months, it was one of the African countries that was scooped, that the government, democratically elected government was overthrown. Now it's Mali. Tomorrow it might be Togo. Let's see. Very soon.
We can't predict. It might even take place in Nigeria.
No, Mr.
Like
Mike,
said,
don't worry. Just
it might take place.
Because when the people have lost hope in democracy, I am not saying democracy is not good. It is good, but when you have people who claim to be democratic in nature, but in return are vampires, looting us, killing the world, average man. So the best thing is for us to return to the military era. You saw it yesterday. I said yesterday, people of Niger, they were jumping up. They have a president that cannot account for the wealth of the country. You have a Minister of Finance that cannot tell the people this is what government have used the money to do.
And I think Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu should learn from this.
They should learn.
He should learn from
No,
Niger.
that is it.
Because it's actually pushing Nigerians to the world.
That is it. He should learn from it.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you think you are controlling the system, don't be surprised. Even the chief of army staff might not even be the one that will plot the coup. A junior officer can just plot the coup. Don't be surprised. So you know how coup works. I just want to chip in that. Back to the question.
Okay. Now I'm talking about the declaration to end sit-at-home order in the East by Nnamdi Kanu. That's what we're discussing and some other stories. Now, we want you to react to the developments.
Mr. Mike Arekune, I know there was something I said concerning the IPOP here, and people went against me. And I will say it again and again. Sit at home should not be, sit at home is not a yardstick. Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. Everyone has right to agitate, but killing people at the expense of sit at home is what I will fault. A guy was supposed to go and write WAEC. She was being killed. People don't go to work on Monday, and despite the harsh economy, even if you want to throw your grievances at government, if you are saying you are doing sit at home, you know where government house is. Go and find the governors. You know where every state in Anambra, Imo State, Enugu, Ebonyi, as every state there has government houses. Every state there has House of Assembly members. Let those who are championing this sit at home, let them go to their House of Assembly, fight their lawmakers, leave innocent people. It is not about, see, if you want to fight, stop fighting foolish fights. Average man that knows nothing about this whole issue, you are now inflicting pains on them. Government, every state in their state has government house. Let them go to their government house and be their governor.
Not killing the innocent ones.
Let them, if they want to kill, let them go and kill their governor. Kill your senators. Kill your House of Rep members.
Not the innocent people.
Leave innocent man on the street. Stop telling the average traders on the street don't go to work on Monday. If they don't go to work on Monday, will you feed them?
What would they eat?
That's nonsense. I will not subscribe to that.
So you support an end to
those of you championing that sit at home, come to Nigeria. You need to come and sit at home. Leave your abroad where you are, Europe, where you stay. Come to Enugu and then sit at home. If you don't say you are supporting sit at home for mouth. If you know you are more passionate about this thing, come from your abroad, come to Enugu, Oka, and then sit at home. Because you are there living a good life, long life. People are being killed here every day. Innocent persons are being killed every day. I am not against your own agitation. So I am not against secession. But if you want to do your sit at home, don't enforce sit at home. You know who are the oppressors. They are the governors, they are the senators, they are the governors. Go and fight them. If today the IPOP tomorrow have a fracas with the governor, or go to their government house and then bomb there, I will clap for them. Because these are the major words. People injuring this birth of Biafra. But not the common man. So common man selling in the market, flogging them, beating them, just to obey, sit at home. If they sit at home, now you want to feed them. If they sit at home, now you want to pay their rent for them. You have to be foolish. Not that you don't know who are your oppressors. You know them very well. Then go after them. It's like me and you, we are having fracas, and I know that you are without me, and I want to inflict pains on people on the road. Please tell me their comments. I am ready for anybody here. Yes. Tell me whosoever is saying what.
Okay, we have Romero Ray. I don't know where he's chatting from, but he's saying something here. We will only take orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only when he is at his home in London and Finland, not in London and Finland, not in DSS dungeon.
I am not saying nobody. No, see, you have right to take orders from anybody. But what I'm saying is that the way IPOB is going through about this thing is not, that is not the way.
Now, I would even want you to react to what Ogba is saying here, if they want sit at home to end today, they should release Nnamdi Kanu, not a fabricated letter by a Jimafo.
If see, I am not saying sit at home. What I'm saying is that I'm not in support of this sit at home. Sit at home, sit at home. Who is it benefiting? Sit at home. Lawmakers will not sit at home. The House of Rep will not sit at home. House of Assembly member will not sit at home. It is the common man. That is my side. If you say sit at home, if you affect these governors, House of Senators, then you know that now that means you guys are now achieving the set goals. But sit at home, the states, you are just keeping business of the common man. If you want sit at home on Monday, let them go to government house and tell governor, don't come out of this your entrance. You have lawmakers, do arrest them, do whatever you want to do with them. But my own is don't inflict pain on the common man because you want to enforce it at home. Nigeria as a country is hard enough.
Now let's move down to what Archbishop Onayekon has said. Yeah, of course, Nigerians are currently losing patience, and I understand the fact that they expected so much from the sitting president, and which is not coming forth. What advice would you give to the president at this point in time? Nigerians don't want to know whether I have spent 1 month or 2 months. What they need from the president is action on security, corruption, economy, and all other challenges we have been faced with. They need action from the president. Don't forget that the president said he's been preparing for this for many years. Action is what Nigerians need. Nigerians are losing it. They are losing the patience.
Mr. Mike Adekunle, I will start by saying is that a town hall is different from power and blue. The president said he has been preparing for this for decades, for years. Now, on the first day, the president was sworn in as the president of Nigeria. He said subsidy is gone. Doesn't he, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, know the implication of that? That PMS is tied to every sector of our economy. This is a man, he said, let the poor breathe. But as it stands, the poor is not breathing. Asiwaju, to me, is not ready for this job. He has no plan. Because a man that has plan, you want to remove subsidy. Then you should have even rolled out palliatives.
Before the announcement.
He knows before. I think he was declared in February. And in May 29, he was sworn in. He should have
started the preparation.
He should have met with every stakeholders. A president that announced that something is gone, he too can announce that this palliative will be ready before Saturday date. 2 months after you've announced that something is gone, the federal government is still dialoguing. He's still meeting with NUC and then Labour to roll out palliatives. Now you have that audacity to announce that something is gone. You don't have that same audacity to increase minimum wage. You don't have that audacity to constitute a team of price control. You keep telling Nigerians a president that won election that says Nigeria will be better. President Tinubu said Nigeria will be better. The same president signs 100 million naira for National Assembly members to purchase cars. Is that a president that has the interest of people at heart? Now, in return, so it is only the poor masses that can bear the pain. The poor masses can bear the pain. Please, poor poor man, endure. Since 1960, poor man has been enduring. Endure. It go better. But
up to now,
every senators, every year, they change land cruiser. Then they changed Prado. I got to know that in Abia State, the governor Alex Oti offered to buy the House of Assembly lawmakers innocent vehicles. They said no, that they want Land Cruiser Prado. And these are people that are saying, people are saying Labour. And Labour dominated that House of Assembly. Are they not the same thing?
People representing the masses.
Yes. A president, Tinubu has sent it 100 billion to buy vehicles, Land Cruiser Jeep for senators.
Was a rollout policy.
Now, who is supposed to cut costs if not those in government?
And that's what Peter Obi has been talking about.
That's
what he's been clamoring for. You know?
Senators are now making appointments. 58 senators. Senators are not cutting costs. But Nigerians are now the one bearing it. Inflicting pains on us. It go better. Poor man shouldn't chop finish. Because of that word. I don't like listening to that word. It go better.
David, I really appreciate you for coming on board.
Thank you.
Thanks for your analysis. All right, bless you. All right. Morning, Mr. Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Good to have you once more. Yeah, it's a great discussion here at the news stand, and hence to sit at home, in the eastern region. You are from the east, right?
Yeah, I'm from Imo State.
Imo State.
Wow. From the local government.
And you still have your people there. So how are they coping with the situation?
Well,
they sit at home.
For long, I think this sit at home has. I think it's almost getting to 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. So whenever you are doing things, as you get acquainted to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I believe that they are now used to the sit at home there.
Wow.
Yes, they are used to it because this is something every Monday you don't have choice. You have to sit at home. So definitely, it's just like here in Lagos, we're in Lagos. It's compulsory for you and I to clean our environment mostly every Thursday. So it's a compulsory something.
So definitely you are in support of the sit at home order.
Well, the sit at home, there in the East, it has come to stay. The reason is very simple. I am in support, I'm not in support, but it has come to stay. Because as long as you being the president of this country, you refuse to go with the court order, what do you expect the masses to also respect you? No. A court have decided to discharge this young man and acquitted him as earlier last year, right? And people were there jubilating, very, very much happy. And you decided to come in as a president of then, I'm talking about Muhammadu Buhari, and you said DSS should return this young man back. Now, you have gone against what, you are committing what you call contempt of court. Are you getting me? Now, it's very simple. If you have a child in your house, even if you are my senior, I'm your senior, there should be some respect that should accord to you, and you should accord my own respect to me too. So the respect have not been accorded to a man whom the court of law have discharged as acquitted him and asked him that he should go, he's free, on whatever kind of charges that have given to him, and then you decided to return him back. And then the same people there in the southeast, you see, let me tell you, some people will be commenting, this is an individual opinion. I am entitled to my own opinion. If you like, insult me, whatever you are. And if I like, I am not good at that, insulting people. But the truth of the matter is that sit at home. It has come to stay there at the southeast. Why? A man, you are expecting somebody to respect you. Meanwhile, you are not respecting an independent body who is what? The judiciary. The judiciary. You are not actually respecting them. A court have decided to acquit this young man. You are free. Go. What happened? Now, you did not. What do? You decided to return this man in DSS. And you're expecting the followers of this young man to also respect the rules governing this entire. It's not possible. No. let's look at it in a very simple perspective. You are my friend. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
As a friend of mine, there should be some respect. You need to accord to me and I will accord to you. But in a situation whereby I decided to underline and go contrary to your rules, there are some certain respect I don't need to give you anymore. You don't need to give me anymore. So God have decided this young man. Well,
Free.
why not free him? The only problem, let me tell you the truth, the only problem we are having in the Southeast, release this young man. Honestly speaking, okay, that a statement has been said on the newspaper that he has given order. Nnamdi Kanu has given order that sit at home every Monday should be stopped there in the Southeast. You ask yourself this very simple question. Igbo people and Yoruba people, Edo, Delta people, when you look at these people I've just mentioned, these are the most creative and reasonable and sensible people we have in this country. Now, come to think of it, one of them being an Igbo man, you are just trying to write it off as somebody whom his fundamental human right, freedom of speech, freedom of movement has been tempered on, is there being depressed in TSS office, is there writing that you should stop sit at home matter. We are reasonable enough. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I believe whatever they are saying, whatever they are doing, the only problem, the only solution to this issue, the only solution, why not release this young man? Then, after the release of this young man, you'll be able to sit down and watch whatever that will happen. Are you getting me?
If the crisis
Thank
there
you.
will stop
Will
or
stop.
not.
I came back from East 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Are you getting me? Because of financial issue, problem here and there, I decided to stay at down East. I came back to this Lagos 3 weeks ago. Now, if you go to East, it's not that most of them, it's not that they are enjoying the sit at home order. Are you getting me? But what do you do? Somebody who have just decided to sacrifice his own life. We have a person in the name of Sunday Igboho here in Yoruba land who have just decided to do something. If he have gone far, I don't think that most of the people that are saying whatever they are saying would have been here saying whatever they are saying. Are you getting me? This young man have decided to risk his life. He has wife.
For his people.
Okay, do you want to tell me that this man is not rich enough? Go back to London as a citizen of United States of UK. He has every right to move down to UK, sit down there, watch whatever news he's watching in Nigeria, enjoy his life. But he decided to leave all those things down to just for an Igbo man to be free. Now, as an Igbo man, let's flush that one aside. But this, my own personal pain is that a court have decided to rule out that this man has no case. Why not decide this man? Then you hold him captive on whatever that might happen at last. But you did not, meaning that you are going contrary to the concept on the rules governing. It means that we don't have law anymore. Are you getting me? You do not expect somebody to respect you when you are not respecting another. It's very simple, my brother. It's a very simple.
You should be able to balance it.
Let's balance everything. So I am not happy. Even me, the sit at home, but even me, I'm not happy. Are you getting me? But even me, I am not happy that this young man is still under your custody. Meanwhile, you know that this man is the court in which we respect it. Okay, we have some presidential issues going on in tribunal. Whom are we hoping that the judgment should come out from? Is it not the court? Now, the same court have decided to rule. I am expecting Tinubu, even if he is very, very much educated than the former president, I am expecting him, in due time, let him use his diplomacy and know what to do. Because as an educated somebody, these are things, if you want to balance everything. Balance it together in such a way to favor everybody.
Bring in Sunday Igboho, release Nnamdi Kanu,
balance everything.
And let the country,
let's move forward. Let's forget about the issue of being, I'm not a Yoruba, I'm Igbo, I'm Hausa, I'm this. Sectionalism, tribalism, we end it.
I think that if Tinubu can do that, act on that, there will be peace in the eastern region. And I want him to, quickly take an action concerning the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He can be there and you expect people or his followers to be happy. Crisis will keep lingering if he is not released. Well, we've heard from you and I really appreciate your own contribution as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, right? All right. Okay. Seems to end it up here. We'll wrap it up here. Okay. Okay, grandma. 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 Life. Okay, no problem. I'm going. Okay. Just come closer.
All right.
So I have to just. All right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is MC Grama. As you all can see, MC Grama is back, and a lot of people have been asking me where did I go to. Sorry, I traveled anyway, and now I think I'm more matured now. So this is MC Grama. So what's the topic?
That's great. That's great. That's great. You know, we need to go in line with the rules of engagement. That is it. Now, we're talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And from prison, Kanu orders Simon Ekpa to end sit at home. Says his aim is to liberate people, not to enslave them. Your take on it?
Of course. I think I quite share with what Nnamdi Kanu said. His aim is to liberate people and not to enslave them. That's the truth. So I think it's high time they end the sit at home of the thing because it's not favoring with the East. I'm telling the truth. Brother, I have a plan that the Nigerians, or let me say, the Biafrans could adopt. And the plans we could adopt is this. If we want to do sit at home, I would have advised Biafrans that let us do it nationwide. All Nigerians, Sokoto Igbos, Kaduna Igbos, nationwide, 1 week sit at home. I think that will make government know there's something wrong. But you saying only East should sit at home, it doesn't make sense to me. Because the government will not listen to them. The government don't care. If you want to kill yourself, that's your problem. So that's why Nigerian government is not really paying much attention to this. And the truth is that, let me tell you why government is afraid. I will tell you why. Government is afraid that if they release Nnamdi Kanu could cause another problem to their governments. Yes.
If it's released.
Yes, that's the truth. Someone like Tinubu believes that Nnamdi Kanu commands the Igbos. And whatever he tells the Igbos, they will listen to. He knows that Nnamdi Kanu could stir up the agitations for Biafra. At this time around, he could be very brutal. So, in order to be on the safe side, let's just still keep him there. That's what I feel that's happening.
Your opinion?
That's
to keep him there with the crisis
that is what
going
I feel
on?
That is what I feel that is going on. Because everybody is afraid to release him. Now, let me tell you, foolishly for some of them, I use that statement, because releasing Nnamdi Kanu will make him to begin to see some certain things he wasn't seeing before. You don't expect Nnamdi Kanu to come out and the agitations of Biafra should be on a high side. No, it will be reduced. Rather, it will be more diplomatic about it. Because the prison is where you get to learn lessons. I believe Nnamdi Kanu has got to learn lessons. So,
but is the lesson not enough?
No. See, I am supporting Nnamdi Kanu with everything. But I want a situation. I wanted to take it easy now. Even me myself, I'm beginning to see the need for us to take it easy. You know, I was also taking like Nnamdi Kanu before.
And that is why it should be released.
Yes, I was taking it
for peace to reign.
Exactly. For peace to reign. But you know what? The Tinubu that I know, you don't know Tinubu. I've met him one-on-one. I've met Tinubu one-on-one.
Wow.
So you don't know him. Okay. I know everything about Tinubu.
Okay.
Tinubu is the kind of person that he doesn't like the Igbos. I don't know why. He's a pretender. Tinubu is a pretender. I remember my first time of meeting him, the way he reacted. I think I met him because remember then I was a musician. I did a song back then for their so-called party. I did a song for their so-called party. No, it was not APC. What was it then? I've forgotten their party.
ACN.
ACN, yes, I think that.
Is it ACN?
ACN, yes. I did a song for them then. So somebody among them introduced me to him. So the way he was talking to me, I was studying psychologically. For the fact that they introduced me as an Igbo man, his spirit was a little bit low.
I don't think he's that kind of person.
No, I'm just telling you.
That's opinion.
Yeah, no. You know why I'm saying so? Because I've met him one-on-one. His spirit was low. And the way he was interacting, despite the fact that I speak this Yoruba fluently, I was speaking the Yoruba fluently with him, but it's still not, you understand? So I just felt within me that, okay, let me not push this. You know the language he said? Amari, Kereko, you know. But I knew that's a dischargement statement. You understand? But I wasn't really ready to like push further. You understand? So that ends that because a lot of people sometimes say, this guy, I'm just a musician, and a musician that's gone far, but I don't want to make noise here. So that's how I got to meet Tinubu. So that one made me to say, Tinubu is a little bit, he has something against Igbo somehow. You understand? Because I can't just imagine. Everybody says something. When you meet Tinubu to Olowo, that was what I believed in. That at least coming out from Tinubu 2 million or 3 million. But there was nothing of such. So definitely, that's to tell you that he has something against
But,
Igbo.
what you've just said doesn't have anything to do with what we are saying.
No,
Yeah,
what
MC
I'm
grammar,
no,
you know.
no, yes, what I'm just trying to say is no, I'm just trying to chip in that.
That's your personal issue.
Okay,
with
okay,
him,
let's discuss what we discuss.
okay.
That's a personal
Now
issue.
moving down to another story here. Tinubu not yet Nigeria's president. That's what Archbishop Onaekon had said this morning. He talked about security, the lingering security, insecurity we are currently facing in Nigeria, corruption, economy. He said we are still where we are.
I keep saying it. Tinubu is an interim president. He's not yet a president.
Wow.
I see, sometimes when I try to educate Nigerians on this, many people want to call you names. But I'm not bothered about them calling him names. Tinubu is not yet Nigerian president until the tribunal declares him the president. Remember, there is an ongoing case. P2B is filing against him in the tribunal. Now, August, I think, is when they are going to give their last verdict on it. Until, like someone like me, who recognize Tinubu as a president by the time they give the last verdict. But right now, he's not a Nigerian president. That's the way I look at it. Because right now, he's just a figurehead. He's just an interim president. So let's watch and see if the tribunal says, okay, from all this, whatever, Tinubu is not the Nigerian president. Or they say, okay, from all indications, P2B is going to become Nigerian president. You understand? So that's why I keep saying. And let me tell you why Tinubu is not here working. Tinubu is confused. He's confused. You see, this will be something is giving him headache. You people don't understand. He's just giving. The man is disturbed. Forget about the fact the way Agbada. You know, the guy is psychologically disturbed. He knows anything can happen. And let me tell you, the kind of lawyers there are not all lawyers that you could bribe. That's a problem now. There are some lawyers that want to do their job diligently. And it's not, if it's Lagos State, you can say you can bribe everybody. But this one is federal. Okay, I have a lawyer that comes from Sokoto. This one comes from Kaduna. So the one that comes from Sokoto may not be like Kaduna. So that is the problem Tinubu is facing now. And now he's psychologically disturbed. But a lot of people don't know. They just say, they just go, Babake. He's not himself, but he's just trying to pretend. Until after, let me tell you, when Tinubu will relax very well is after that August. But he knows himself. He knew deep down himself that he's going to lose this case. He knew. Because you know why? The way you are talking like Tinubu supporter. Now,
Tinubu supporter how? In what way?
no, I'm just trying to make joke out of it. Okay, I'm just trying to make joke out of it. No, I'm trying to make joke out of it.
I know what I'm saying.
No, I'm trying to make joke out of it. What I'm trying to say is
it's drizzling and we need to back
up. Yeah, I
understand.
I'm just joking.
So I just want you to make it snappy.
Okay. Okay, this is what I'm just trying to say. You see, right now, I just want to tell all Nigerians. Let me just say the last statement to Nigerians. I want to say this to all Nigerians. We all know that Tinubu is the president now, but let us wait till August. When the last verdict is given, is either P2B become the president or another person, or they run election. So after that, then we can now say we have Nigerian president. But presently, you don't expect Tinubu to do much. Even you don't expect him. Okay, let me bring your attention to something.
Okay.
If Tinubu, you know that he removed fuel subsidy. If he's an intelligent man, you wouldn't have removed something because you have not picked your ministers. You are not you need to pick your ministers, you do meeting together, then you come to a conclusion of what to do. But you have not, you just remove subsidy. So definitely it's a great problem.
All right.
So right, I just want to thank you very much, Nigerians. I remain yours salute MC Grama. Thank you all.
Mr. Rama, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's quickly. Okay. Okay. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
All right. How you doing?
Fine, sir.
Sir, I know you want to react to what we are saying here.
Just want to say one or two things
Okay. Okay.
for what I saw in the newspaper.
All right. All right. Go ahead.
You see, our government no want to help us. We get problem in Southeast. We won't go invite another problem come. Eh? You never finish the one way you carry come. You dey sell prison. Now you won't go borrow another money or gather money on themselves. You can borrow another wahala come. This go done like that. Sort one out first before you can take another journey for the second. You see, when I tell many people say IPOB is not a problem. IBB said that any riot that lasts for 2 weeks, the government's hand is there. Are you getting me? If you not be the present one, now, it may be the past one where they pursue come out use anger. Some house, they kill us for Southeast. They hear me? Anybody, people stop calling IPOB. They are not be the problem of Southeast. I thank God they beg them. If they want me to kneel down, I go kneel down for them. IPOB is not their problem. They are calling IPOB. Okay, IPOB is a problem. Why UK no come? Imagine a citizen of Great Britain. They do say that they don't see him. Nnamdi Kanu, they die for inside prison. What they never even call, they come see and visit. It's too bad.
Okay.
It's too bad.
Are you done?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Raphael,
Yeah, Michael,
good morning to you.
how are you doing?
Hi.
No, you can't talk. No, it isn't your turn.
It's
my turn. No, your platform is there. It is my own turn to talk. Yeah, Michael, how are you doing? Ìwọ lọ́kọ̀, gbogbo àwọn Nàìjíríà lọ́kọ̀. Ìwọ go here and win.
Raphael,
Yeah.
it's a new story here,
New story,
and we need to talk about it.
and we need to discuss it. All right now.
Honestly,
Let's slug it out.
from prison,
No down
Nnamdi
moments.
Kanu has said it, and he has ordered Simon Ekpa to end sit-at-home.
Thank you so much. It is no news, let me tell you. You are calling it a new narrative, but to me, Raf, I've been getting the wind-up speculations all over within the IPOB, management, that Nnamdi Kanu is not happy with sit-at-home. Nnamdi Kanu was not the one that ordered sit-at-home. I said it in 2021 when Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned from Nairobi Airport to Nigeria. That Nnamdi Kanu has never ever issued sit-at-home before. That it was a tool formulated, devised, I listen to me, by the southeastern hemisphere of this country, the most oppressed region in Nigeria, the most neglected region in Nigeria. They use that as a tool to tell federal government, Shege, you shouldn't hold that boy. He is right. I've been saying it. I don't know whether, okay, only Christian would have told you the more. I said it wasn't Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with sit-at-home.
He didn't order it.
It bleeds. His heart bled and bled in the past. Still, it bleeds and bleeds over what is happening to the youths of that region. He said, no, stop dying.
Stop
They
the
will,
killings.
yes, the forces from South, militants, under the Kuba and the rest of them employed by Buhari, they will use that as a common balance or an excuse to what? Killings of the youths. Killings of the elderly, statesmen. You could see Chike, Professor Chike Akuili was shot along Umpo, Obosi Road. Who owned it up? Nobody. Later, the so-called IPOB discovered that it was the agents of federal government under Asari Dokubo and DSS. They killed Dr. Chike Akuili after succeeded on poisoning his wife, Auntie. Dora Akunyili. I didn't understand. So these people, they are clinging on sit at home, committing all manner of nefarious activities, all manner of hostile activities in the southeastern Nigeria. See, sit at home is not being friendly to the people of that region, but so inimical. Kuro, to the indigenous of that region. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu has never, ever initiated sit at home in his life after rendition from Nairobi. I said it in 2021. I said it in 2022. Nobody is listening to me. I listen to me. I don't know why. Is it maybe because I've not been so regularly, telling people on the social media, or maybe because I don't have my own platform. I come out boldly telling people anytime there is all this motor park, beer parlor argument that Nnamdi Kanu does not stop us sit at home in the southeastern Nigeria. Nobody cares. Nobody cares to listen at me. Let me tell you, that letter written, submitted by Ejiofor and the Jumako and the rest of Nnamdi Kanu's councils are not professed. Thank you. Professed. Those letters are professed by Nnamdi Kanu. He wrote it. He is the one. This time around, he has been trying to do it all the while, but his legal counsels are the ones stopping him. Because they thought that that tool, that device they use to tell federal government that they are wrong, to tell Malami that he's not even qualified to be an ordinary lawyer, lawyer Idimango at Ikeja High Court. They're trying to tell Malami Abubakar that he's not qualified to be an attorney general of the federation.
Rafael, let me ask you this question.
Ask me a question.
Can an end to sit at home ease the tension in the eastern region?
Yes, Mike, it can. But it's going to increase federal government aggression, hostilities against the Igbo man. It is going to increase federal government aggression using Fulani herdsmen, using Fulani Marubas or Marudas as what? Tools to suppress and bring down the Igbo people in the southern hemisphere of Nigeria. Let me tell you, sit at home has gone along. It has gone a very long way trying to educate the Fulani invaders, the Fulani vandals, that the Igbos are resilient on holding what is theirs. The sit-at-home issue has been more effective than any other tools used by the Igbos to tell the world what is going on in Nigeria about Igbo man by the what? The Osman and Fodio kinsmen. See, let me tell you, sit-at-home is a wake-up idea, a wake-up call that has opened the eyes of the Southwest, South-South, Mid-Belt, that what Nnamdi Kanu was saying about Nigeria is what? Nothing but a gospel, concrete and crude truths. See, let me tell you, sit at home has come to stay if Nnamdi Kanu remains in the prison. No matter how the letter written by Nnamdi Kanu himself, we said no. Everybody is telling him no. So stop that.
How else can we ensure compliance to this directive?
Thank you so much. Is Tinubu not claiming to be the founder of Lagos? When Lagos was discovered or founded by the British colony that made it a British protectorate from, I think, 18-something till the year 1967, is Tinubu not trying to prove that it's a Jagaba, a colloquium? What language was used the other day? A colloquium. A political juggernaut. See, he claims to be all this, yet he could not get it right in his ears that his Fulani hegemony masters, slave masters, are using him against his brothers in the south. They are using the like of Uzakalo, the like of Rocha Sokorocha against his brothers in the south. He knows the so-called Jagaban, the whole people in his camps, all his supporters and loyalists are calling perfect man. Why shouldn't he understand that the only solution to insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria is to let Nnamdi Kanu off the cage and he flies out? What are you telling me? He is Tinubu. He's supposed to prove the whole world that is Tinubu.
No.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, I understand you.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need to tell Tinubu what to do. He knows. Tinubu has my mate as a child. So I don't need to advise him. The advice is useless because he knows it. He knows the right thing to do.
Right,
let me tell you, one thing is that people, they know the right thing to do, but they just play God over some people because they have the prerogative and the material wealth to show, to convince people that are so gullible and they desire that they are God. But to me, none. They are just playing God. Demigods can never ever win the war. It is God Almighty that gets the power. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raphael. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Okpara.
yeah.
Good morning to you.
Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem. The new Okokondem.
No, it's not new again. You've been Okokondem for like 4 years.
Okay,
Over 4 years now.
4 years now.
You've been saying it. So it's not new to me.
New to you, but some people are starting to this. New to them.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Let us allow me to pray.
You don't need to pray, Okpara. Let's go straight to what we have
God
here.
Almighty, I thank thee, I worship you and magnify your name for making I and Michael to be alive today. It's not by your own power. Father, be blessed, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank the Almighty God for the life of Nnamdi Kanu, for the life of Simon Ekpa, for the life of IPOB Autopilot. I thank you for the life of Sunday Bohu, Amateku, and the Odua Republic. I thank you for the whole autopilot medium, Omada Autopilot. Father, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank you for the good atmosphere you give unto us. Father, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank you for all our fans all over the world, both the ones that hate us and the ones that love us. Daddy, I thank you, make them to be our fans. Father, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem in this Republic of Biafra. Lead by Master Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Master Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Sunday Bohu. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Someone Ekpa, long live.
Thank you so much for coming on board. We really appreciate you, Mr. Okpara.
Glory be to
All
God in
right,
Jesus'
we
name.
need to end the program now.
Okay, no problem.
but you're taking time, Okpara.
No problem. I'm okay.
Now let's quickly go to what we have here, Mr. Okpara.
Yeah.
Very beautiful one from you. I really appreciate it. But next time, let's just, take it easy. Because
Mike, listen.
This is,
You know hen. If hen leave, come. What will it take to train our children? So I cannot do without prayer.
This is journalism.
I know journalism.
This is journalism.
Human being is journalism. Without human being, there's no journalism. And there's no God. If there's no God, there's no human being.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
All right, Okpara.
Yeah.
An end to sit at home in the southeastern region. Nnamdi Kanu from prison has given order to Simon Ekpa to end sit at home.
How did Nnamdi Kanu give Simon Ekpa to end sit at home?
Through his counsel.
Who are the council? Who are the council? Is it
Aloy?
Ifeanyi Ejiofor? Aloy Ejimako? And Osakome?
Obey your guy. Your guy say no more sit at home.
Listen, my friend, shut up your mouth. Listen,
Obey your
all of them have been back over to Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu, believe me, prove it to any length. Prove it spiritually, physically. Nnamdi Kanu did not give that order. Before, I respect Ejako, Ejimako, Aloy, because he's the only last man that as a solicitor standing with Nnamdi Kanu. But now we see that he's been buying over.
Bought over as well.
Government have bought them. It's time.
Are you happy over the killings, the instant killings in the eastern region?
What of the instant killings of South Fulani herdsmen?
Are you happy with the crippling business
Look,
activities
what
there?
of the one with the Fulani people cripple? What of the farm? Innocent people made a farm. Fulani put animals there to come and cripple the farm. Is it not part of eastern land? What of the killing Fulani people killed in Hamufu? Is it not part of eastern land? What of the killing Uzodinma of Imo State and his Ebubago are killing in Imo State? Is it not part of the killing? Why can't they come and stop that one? The people that this is President Enugu State Governor lock up their shop. When they come to demonstration, 2 people die. Is it IPOB kill them? Is it not Nigerian security that's sent by the governor, Peter Mba? Is it IPOB kill them? Is it IPOB or that tanks to come out? Mr. Michael, just answer me. Tell me the truth. We all are human beings. We know the facts. It's only God in heaven will justify. I'm telling you honestly, you are asking me whether I'm happy. IPOB and sit at home. Come out so that the killing will end. The killing of Fulani herdsmen, the kidnapper, killing by politicians will end. That is why we say we should sit at home. If we come out, they will kill us. That's why we say we sit at home. to tell the whole world that we are tired of political killing. We are tired of land grabbers killing. We are tired of preferring animal more than human being. We are tired when our elderly people cultivate, animal will go and eat. We are tired of raping our wives, raping our mother, raping our daughter, raping our aunts. We are tired of it. This is why someone Ekpa gives it at home, so that Nigeria will listen. Okay, if we did not carry out sit at home, so that there be peace in Biafra land, is it gun we are going to carry? When we carry gun, they say we are terrorists.
Now that the sit at home is not working.
It's working. My friend, if it's not working, governor of Enugu State will never have carried army out.
But what I'm trying to say is that upon the sit at home that you guys have embarked on, or declared, the sit at home declared, the government has not released Nnamdi Kanu.
This is what we are saying. We continue pressing. We continue pressing until they release him. Now, if we stop halfway now, the one we did is in vain because Nnamdi Kanu wasn't released. Now, it's just like when you are cooking soup or you are cooking food, you put the first salt, you don't have the taste. You put the second salt, there's no taste. You put the third salt, there's no taste. What will you do? Will you stop? You continue putting the salt until when the taste come out. Before you know that you have achieved your aim. But when you put and the taste did not come out, you stop. The salt you put before is a waste.
But do you know there are some Easterners that are not happy with the sit at home order?
The Easterners that are not sit at home order are Fulani.
Easterners.
Fulani Easterners.
You have Fulani Easterners.
Yes, we have Igbo Easterners. We have Igbo Fulanis, who are the agent of their master, paymaster. So they will do anything to satisfy their paymaster. People like Uzodimma, people like Roger Sokorocha, people like the whipping senator, Oju Sokalo, people like Enugu State Governor, President one, people like the past one, Ifeanyi, Ugwanyi, people like Defo, Umahi, people like Ikbazu, they are the ones that are not happy. People like Ifeanyi Uba, who used his own jet to go and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and brought him back. Those people are not happy of sit at home, because when the sit at home is taking on, it's reminding them the evil they have committed against their people.
And also reminding them that there is somebody that's in the detention.
Detention. They're supposed to work for his release. This is why we are helping sit at home. Okay, look at it. Abba Kyari, the Super Cup, was set free because he's a Fulani man who they indicted that he's mingling with drug dealers, and got to set him free and acquitted. But Nnamdi Kanu, who is a freedom fighter who did not carry any gun, you put him in jail. Upon all the whole court have given order. God have given order for him to release. God to give order, he have no question to answer. He have no any case. God to discharge him and tell you government to pay him ransom. If Nnamdi Kanu is guilty, we call to say federal government to pay him ransom. If Nnamdi Kanu is guilty.
The simple thing Easterners are asking or demanding from government is release
Nnamdi Kanu. Forget about Biafra first. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Give him his own freedom that court have granted him.
And peace will be restored.
Peace will restore. If peace will restore, if a sit at home stop, then we can be able to talk whether Biafra or no Biafra. See where I'm going. But I don't blame federal government.
Okay.
I don't blame Fulani
for holding him.
Not blaming Yorubas for holding him, or blaming Tulumbu to say no. Buhari hand over to Tulumbu, and the Tulumbu said he will stop where his predecessor. He will start where his predecessor stopped, which means Tulumbu will start to holding Nnamdi Kanu.
Don't you think he needs more time to discuss Nnamdi Kanu's matter or Nnamdi Kanu's release as a new president?
As a new president, there's a timetable on the table before him to carry on. So he will stand on that timetable. But where Tulumbu hold himself guilty, more guilty, and more guilty, he is the president of Nigeria now. He has every power to decide. As he decides Abba Kyari, is there any discussion? Is there any debate on Abba Kyari? Do the Senate debate about it? He just enter and take his veto power and release him. Let him do the same so to Nnamdi Kanu.
Just a point out to the fact that Nnamdi Kanu must be released as well.
Yes, he
All
must
right.
release.
All right, thank you so much, Okwara. We really appreciate you for coming
Okay,
on board.
thank you.
Thank you so
I
much.
am Mr. Kpara, the new Okokonde in this Second Republic of Biafra, lead by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his happy government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Long live Nigeria. Nigeria should repent. That's only I'm asking. Nigeria should repent and do the needful thing. Nigeria should repent and let my people go. And pray for Nigeria to not to demolish. After all, Ambazonia, the southwest Cameroon, leave Nigeria, and Nigeria still remain one. Nigeria didn't break. Nigeria didn't collapse. If Biafra still leave Nigeria, Nigeria will still remain. Nigeria will not broke. I am not praying because one day, if Biafra exists, I'll go to Biafra. But one day, neither I pass through Nigeria to go to another country, or I still come back to Nigeria to do business. Therefore, I don't want Nigeria to be sick.
Sorry, can we pause it?
Thank you.
I think we have a caller on the line.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. What?
No,
Hello.
my. Oh, yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Mr. Stop and Shop. All right. I'm gonna a little bit summarize the whole thing about the whole. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm gonna summarize the whole thing. I'm gonna summarize it.
Clear.
Okay. Hello.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The thing is, let me tell you one thing about the government, the present government we have now, which
I
is
can hear you. I can hear you.
all right. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking. I'm going to keep talking. The present government we have now, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, his problem when he came into office, his first speech, he said, even when he was campaigning, he said, "I'm going to keep the ground running." And when he make his first speech, he said, "Subsidy is gone." When he said subsidy is gone, it was on May, and there was the subsidy was still up to the end of June. He could have had a plan in process whereby the masses that could, like he said, let the poor breathe. That he knows there's a poor people. He could have made a process whereby up to June. Now it's coming up with a palliative 8,000 naira. What is 8,000 naira? 8,000 naira will not let person take waka reach road. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm in America. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. There are some things you don't do. Look at Joe Biden, the president of America. His son is going to jail because of his misbehavior. What he did not do, he did something against the law. Let me not go there. You see, one thing in life, you say you want to lead people. It's just in the Bible, okay, Pharaoh, let my people go. Okay, now, that's one thing. I'm not in support of Biafra. I'm in support of one Nigeria. That's why when Mr. Okoko then sometime to the show,
Okay.
I don't like when say I don't like it. Like I said, I want to summarize it, so I will not go in depth on that. But the thing is, there is, I notice you, Mike, when you talk sometimes on the show. I know you were the one that started this program. I've been following this program for a very long time. But since you came back, the way you talk, it's like you're trying to sugarcoat it, like you're trying to cover it up for Tinubu,
Wow, that's
or
great.
maybe you're scared of something. If you are a journalist, don't be scared of nothing. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. See me. What is happening in Nigeria now? We here are suffering it because we have people back home. We send money to.
No.
The
Hello. Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. If I send somebody $100 before, I will now be sending that person $300.
Yeah.
So we are suffering it. What is palliative? What is all that? Look, so there are so many things you guys got to discuss. There were so many things in my head, but just because of just I have to get ready
Yeah.
for work and all
Well,
that.
oh, oh, all
So
right. Thank you so much.
no,
Yeah,
but
because of
please,
the time, I appreciate your contribution.
please,
I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much.
all right, you're
Because of
welcome.
time, I think we still have some reviewers to speak and
All right,
viewers to comment as well, to
all
call
right, all
us
right,
on this
all right,
program.
all
Thank you
right.
so much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, Okokondem,
Yeah.
you know, the man, I think what the man was trying to say is that the president should have made a provision for palliative before, announcing an end to for subsidy.
That's what he
No,
said is
and
exactly.
that is what we've been saying. And let me tell you, nobody's trying to cover anybody here. They're not trying. I'm not that kind of journalist. If you've been following me from the onset, I am not that kind of journalist. I don't do that. I don't take sides. I try as much as possible to balance my report. I get me now. I don't do that. I balance my analysis. I balance whatever I do here. And at the newsstand we have several people. We have different people here with diverse opinions, and one has to be very very careful while dealing with such persons. All right, Okogodem, he had spoken well. Let's quickly give other people chance
Thank
to
you, thank
talk.
you, Mr.
Thank you so
Mike,
much.
for allowing me. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Nee,
Alpha, good morning.
good morning. How you doing?
You know, there's something that we're about to see right now.
Okay.
You see, in every flock of sheep, you should expect a black sheep amongst them. I mean, the unruly one, right? And in Nigeria, some region has proven over time that they are the black sheep. However, they tend to act like bullies. But let me tell you something: what a bully is scared of. A bully is only scared of a bigger bully. All right, a bully is not ready for negotiation. A bully is not ready for diplomacy. A bully is not ready for diplomacy. What a bully is scared of and what a bully respects is a bigger bully.
A bigger bully.
Yes, and I commend federal government for bullying Nnamdi Kanu. I need them to bully him the more. Listen, what Nnamdi Kanu committed as at 1970s, he would have been killed. It is a treason. If we were under the military regime, he would have been slaughtered in no time. This is the beauty of democracy. They say allow you to what? To go into negotiations. What they need of him is what? Denounce your hate for this country. If truly the Biafrans, okay, majority of those who are sitting at home, if truly they are not supporting this thing, they will come out, okay, because they know who is killing them. Those people are not ghosts, my brother. They are not ghosts. They all grew up in that. Listen, when Lagos was unbearable, we know who the stouts were, okay? MC Loma was part of them. So many of them, we know them in Mushi. Okay? When the notorious thieves, when they were terrorizing Lagos State, we all know them. But people will harbor them. Okay? Those that harbor them because they believe in what they are doing and because they have an interest in whatever atrocity they are committing. I look at the state government. I listened to what Mr. Matu said this morning. He said the state governors are incapacitated, they are inept. The truth is, the citizens themselves are not ready to stop the sit at home.
They are not ready to
Let me tell you something. If this market, if they say sit at home on Monday, and they are all ready not to sit at home, if 1 million of them come out, I am telling you, those enforcers, would they kill all of them?
But who wants to die?
The point is this: when you believe in something, you're ready to die for it. The point is this: Nnamdi Kanu said, he wrote a letter. They don't believe him now. The point is, if Nnamdi Kanu goes to a camera and tell them, hello, Simon Ekpa, stop this, they will say that it was adulterated. It has now become a monster that is about to consume them. That's the truth. Nnamdi Kanu, if he gets released today, and they now absorb him into the government of Nigeria, you know what will happen? They will turn against Nnamdi Kanu, that he has betrayed them. What is your cry for? What you need is development.
That is it.
What you need, why you are crying as an Igbo man, as a Biafran, is you have been deprived.
And don't forget that there are allocations given to governors of the Eastern
I
region.
have always, listen, let me tell you something.
Sometimes
Michael,
you need to hold your governors accountable. You know, when you say this, some will say this journalist is biased, is this, is that. That is why I trust.
I don't want you to bring into your own.
Okay,
I don't want you to bring any interpretation.
All right, thank you.
Leave me and the viewers alone.
All right, no problem.
They know that I will come here and tell them their bitter truth.
You know, okay.
Listen, we have what we call Southeast Development Commission. That should be a force whereby the 5 states come together and then what are we going to do collectively? Should we have a collective railway system? In Southwest, we have what we call Southwest Development Commission. They are working on providing an electricity and railway system that will cover the whole region. They have this meeting on a quarterly basis. The Southeast, the states ate themselves. Could you believe that 6 months ago they call Ebonyi, they are outcasts? Because Ebonyi does not obey the what? Sit at home. For at least for over a year or 2 years, Ebonyi does not obey sit at home. They were telling them that they are betrayers. Imagine that mentality. Ebonyi has CCTV everywhere. Okay? It was just during the time of transition that those guys were able to strike again. Okay? Ebonyi does not obey the sit at home. Why wouldn't they go there? But you know what they call it? If I call Okoko them now, he will tell you that Ebonyi are what? They are betrayers. It is crazy. Do you understand? Nnamdi Kanu should have been killed, but thankfully we are what? We are operating a democracy system. Nnamdi Kanu wrote a letter. You know what they are all saying? They say it's a lie. That it was what? DSS that what? Or they authored it. It was the lawyer that read it. If Nnamdi Kanu do a video whereby he confesses and he told them, please, everything we are passing it, want to go through a peaceful referendum, they will say no. And they have been captured in a rabbit hole. And this is why you see all of them. They cannot. I mean, I saw a village in Southeast. That village is deserted. In that village, I think you have only 100 persons there. The Oba and then few of his people. Every other person don't run come Lagos, run go another eastern state. It's crazy. Tell yourself the bitter truth, my brother. Tell yourself the bitter truth. That is what I am. That is why I came here. And this is what I want to tell all of them.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Do we have callers? All right. Have you picked it? All right. We have a caller here. Udeze Chima. Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning. Nice to see you again, Mr. Michael. It's been a long time. I think you can hear me perfectly well because it seems that your device is echoing, but I must continue talking.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, Mr. Michael, if I'm not mistaken, there's something that caused the sit at home in the Southeast. And that thing that caused the sit at home in the Southeast, if somebody is sick, and if you want to heal him or her of malaria or even any other disease, first of all, you must do some diagnosis. Get to know what the patient is suffering from. Start from there. From there, you give the person the medication that will cure whatever that caused the sickness. Unfortunately, in this incident, the government of Nigeria have not cured the cause of the sickness. What provoked the sit at home? Are you getting me? Now, a court of competent jurisdiction, a recognized court in the Federal Capital Territory, in the seat of our governance of Nigeria, have granted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu bail. And up to this moment, in a democratic nation like Nigeria, they are still holding him back in the DSS custody, not even in the correctional center, taking him through all kind of torture. Good. Now, Buhari administration have gone. A new administration is here, which is Tinubu administration. And from every indication, for what we have learned, what we have read over the media, Tinubu was one of those that fought tooth and nail to uphold democracy in Nigeria
Yeah.
through the decade. But unfortunately, the same Tinubu have come to power. If Tinubu is reasonable enough, what he would have done first is to release this man unconditionally by obeying the court ruling, the court proceeding. Then bring him to table and say, young man, I have released you. What is your problem? Come, let's talk. With that alone,
Order.
not minding how he came to power, not minding how he linked himself to power, he would have gotten the heart of the South, majority of the Southeasterners
Let's
to his
dialogue.
side. He would have won the heart of many Southeasterners. Take it to anywhere. Nnamdi Kanu, whether you hate him or like him, majority of the Southeasterners love him unconditionally. That is the truth. If a court in Nigeria have seen that he has done no wrong, I don't see any reason why anybody, not even the last speaker, who came here, he has a very big hatred against the Southeasterners. But that aside, release him. The court has released him. Or if they are serious about stopping the sit at home, not even letter. If anybody can write a letter on your, I can come up and bring up a letter.
Mr. Udesi, don't you think the present administration is doing something concerning that? Don't you think the present administration is doing something concerning his release?
Absolutely no. They are doing absolutely nothing. From every indication, I don't see anything they are doing. The only thing I know that they are doing is the government of Enugu State is forcing people to open their shop without giving them security. How can you come and tell people to open their shop and without giving them security? Then if somebody comes there and shoot them, you will tell them sorry. They are doing absolutely nothing. To solve this issue once and for all, they should either release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally because a court of competent jurisdiction have released him, or they will allow him to do a national broadcast from wherever he.
I was giving order. All right, I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. Now, do you have more callers? Okay, you can allow the callers to come in. The calls to come in. Chimeze.
Hello, Mr. Michael.
Good day, Chimeze.
Good morning from here. I'm calling from Holland.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
You're welcome to the program.
Yes, good afternoon from here. I'm calling from Holland.
Wow. Vividly, clearly.
Okay. To your topic this morning, I just have some things to tell you. You know, sometimes we choose not to address the problem. You know, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by a government of Nigeria. They went to a country, you know, and kidnapped somebody. And we should be ashamed to address Nigeria because Nigeria is a country that kidnaps people. You went to a place, you kidnapped somebody, brought him to your country, and you want your judiciary to judge that person for treason. When you have committed a treason already, you as a country committed a treason. You know, and these honorable judges, they refuse to do that because they know that this is not the right way to do things. If you want somebody, you go the right procedure. Extradite the person in the right way. Go to court and file paper and defend why you want this person to come. So that thing didn't happen. And when Nnamdi get to the country, their own judge said that they should release this man. And the same country refused to release him. And now a man that leads 70 million people. Why is he still in that dungeon? Confinement. So now this Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody where he doesn't take son. Once Nnamdi Kanu is underground cell suffering, and upon all these things, he refused to give up Biafra struggle. And now you want us to believe that Nnamdi Kanu wrote that letter. Why he can easily say, okay, I give up Biafra, they will release him. Why do you think they are still holding him? So let me address something that one of the guy that just spoke now. You know, the situation Nigeria is now is not a time that people will come to your show and they'll be talking anyhow when the country is dying.
The reviewers, Mr. Nee, right?
Yes, the country is dying. A liter of fuel is 700 naira. Is it Nnamdi Kanu that is causing that? There are killings everywhere. Go to Southern Kaduna today. They have massacred everybody there. Go to Benue, go to Plateau. Why are they not addressing that matter? So let me come to another thing. Okay, look at now the lawmakers. Just last week, they discussed about Nnamdi Kanu case.
I understand your point. You know,
yes.
Chimize, I understand your point. Okay.
Okay, let me talk something about the lawmakers. They discussed about Nnamdi Kanu case, and in that their bill, they stated that Nnamdi Kanu should be released, but they omitted that one. They said no, that this case is not them that will decide it. But they were able to decide for the government to go and extradite Simon Ekpa. Can you see that this country is not, they don't like to bring solution to problem?
Hello, Chimize, it's about to rain. Sorry. Hello. It's about to rain and we need to go, please. Sorry for for cutting you. I'm sorry. We need to go. Hello. All right, we won't be able to take more calls on today's edition of this program. As you can see, it's currently drizzling here in Ogba. We need to just move from this spot. Yeah, we appreciate you viewers for joining us on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. The social media handles are right on the screen. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. Michael Adekunle. My platforms, Michael Timtayo Adekunle. You can join me there. All platforms, Michael Timtayo Adekunle. Until Monday. Bye for now. Thank you.